Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being stout up front.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the catch downfield. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Move the sticks for a first down for this Tennessee offense, and this quarterback is really starting to throw the ball well, putting the ball on the money, and giving these receivers a chance to make plays after the catch. And man, they've had some great quarterbacks, as we know, that have played in their time in Knoxville.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
I love to watch this offense when they can dominate the line of scrimmage and have a talented back behind him. You continue to pick up first downs, you get the rhythm going. We've been watching Tennessee offenses do that for a long time.
The Volunteers line up on 1st and 10 now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vols. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Launching downfield. He makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Pass complete. It's second down now. And the quarterback dropping back. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Caught near the goal line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
First and goal now, a chance to get level after allowing the opening touchdown. They'll give it to the back. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. Passing game is so effective in the last position. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, it's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The Vols begin a new series here, 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
There's a 1st and 10 play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Throws to the tight end. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
He's got it near the end zone. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They rallied the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he scores! Touchdown, Volunteers. Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? He lets it go on the move. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Well, the quarterback had plenty of time, but ultimately just couldn't take advantage of it.
Incompletion sets up a second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And they've got the returner corralled.
Volunteers will take over. First and 10.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. And the running back takes the handoff. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off. Reminds his defense what he can do with his legs and almost took it to the house.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back. He's going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
All that work you put in the summer with the receivers and the quarterbacks, this is where it pays off. This is where that trust really can play out. This receiver lines up on the right side of the formation, works all the way across, and the quarterback almost can close his eyes, knows exactly where his man will be, and puts it right on the money.
He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They knock through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. First down, looking to throw the ball. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Touchdown, Vols. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a run. Running back's got it. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Looking to throw it on first down. He stays alive. Quick throw to his receiver, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Now, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. That was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. He's running out of time here. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Second down play coming up.
Let's go.
And he drops back in the gun. Looking for the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And a big gain down near the 29. They're threatening.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle made quickly after the catch, but moves the ball to the 12. A red zone opportunity.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
On the junior, gets home, making a sack there. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
After consecutive losses, they need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. They'll try a pass here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. First down. Looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The completion makes it second down. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Nice grab. It's Flanagan. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket now. He bought some time, now lets it go. It's intercepted, threw it across his body. Going the other way, can they stop him? Touchdown, Volunteers. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Bringing pressure. Pressure is coming. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Tackle made after a big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He's brought down out at the 46.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Now it's second down here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The pass rush closing in. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. He keeps it on the designed run. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Flanagan. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a quick grab. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Grab down the middle. It's Flanagan. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
42 Spider.
Offense looking to throw the ball. And the pass is incomplete.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. Looking to build on this lead in this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Linebacker shifting around now. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away, and that's now going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Great start to the drive, but now back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down. The rule and a catch, a big gainer.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the route is on. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the extra point was up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I would keep looking to throw the ball downfield. These receivers are too talented. This quarterback has an ability to get into a rhythm. Eventually, you're going to hit some big plays.
trying to extend the play. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield.
And here comes the fake punt attempt. Looking to throw. Catch made, but can he get to the marker? And the returner heads out of bounds.
Well, I love the call here. It's going to come up short, but I think we got to give all the credit to the punt return team. They were not.
Hold on here a second. The replay, they want to take another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. He'll pitch it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Can't get to the end zone. They'll spot the ball at the 2. The ball is trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. We'll try to run it with the option. Touchdown. Fouls. And the beatdown continues. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking to make a big play downfield. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes a handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Got it.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6.
Get set. Get set.
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
325.
Oh, it's a reverse. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter.
Lasso! Lasso!
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. He's got it right near the end zone.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play call? Up big, 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. I think they're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
And the Vols pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Volunteers. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. He'll take a deep shot. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. A bullet, but it's incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. You kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer.
The Volunteers will look to convert here on 4th down.
42 Spider.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. There's a screen pass to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, the defense does such a good job at taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. But wait, looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking to throw yet again. Defense is coming after him. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
How about that? The defense does their job on third down and long. They get after that quarterback, and now it's fourth and forever. Coverage did its part. Let's not forget about that. Buying the pass rush enough time to get after the quarterback.
That kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Escapes the sack. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this...
Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on fourth and very long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. No, they've stopped him short. The defense with a big fourth down play to protect this lead late in the game. The offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive.
Easy. Ready.
Single back, takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.